Hey guys, welcome back to another video on Gamers Edition, and in today's video we're going to be reviewing the Amazfit GTS 2 Mini. So I'm going to keep this one nice and short for you guys, and what we're going to be talking about are the pros and the cons of this watch and my conclusion on whether or not you should buy it or leave it to buy something else. I'll have the link to this watch down in the description box below, so if you want to check it out, head down to that description box and the link will be there. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the design of this watch. Now, the design is actually a pretty good design, but some of you guys may say that it looks like an Apple Watch clone. And to that answer, well, yes, it does actually look like an Apple Watch clone. However, it is missing the actual rotating crown and the side button that you have on the Apple Watch. It's just got a crown here. We'll name it that for now. However, this crown does not rotate. It's just a physical button. Clicks in. Now, let's move on to some of the software things. So you do have a lot of watch faces for this. Now you can actually preset a few. So you can preset 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can have 4 presets on the watch, but you cannot have any more stored on the watch than 4. And these are the ones that I've got stored. Now you can definitely tell this is an Apple Watch clone, but they've not done a bad job at getting it adjusted to the screen. So not a bad watch by looking at the wallpapers. Now let's get into some of the actual things that come on this watch, such as the fitness things. Okay, so to find the fitness options, so all the options you have 70 plus options on this watch for your fitness track, for your fitness stuff and tracking. So if you, let's demonstrate this. So press the button, the physical button that's on the side. Let's get this to focus. Let's get the focus on lock and go down to where it says workout. You're going to tap workout, and then these are all your options. And then you should and then if you've not found the option you want, click more sports, and then you've got all these other options there too. You've got different categories, and everything that's in them. So you got at least 70 just on this watch alone, and by using the app you can actually get more of them on here. Now let's go into the specs of this watch. Now, as standard on the box, it doesn't actually tell you the specs of this watch. All it tells you is the screen size and what version of Bluetooth it has. Now the screen size is a 1.55 inch display. It's an AMOLED display, by the way, so you'll have nice picture quality. And as for the Bluetooth, it's Bluetooth 5.0. And it's compatible with Android and iOS. So as I was saying earlier on, the screen is an AMOLED display and it's actually really crisp. The screen quality is very nice. I'm not sure if my camera is doing it any justice, but it's a very nice screen. So, you've also got Alexa on here. We'll be testing Alexa out after. And then if you swipe down, you've got your settings bar here, your quick notifications. And then if you swipe up, you've got your notifications. Now, one thing, actually no, we'll talk about this as the cons. What else have we got on here, guys? Let's just browse through what we have. So by tapping the button on the side, you can go through all the things that are on the watch. So you've got your activity goals, your PAI, your heart rate monitor, your sleep tracking, workout, work history, SpO2 monitoring, stress, breathing, cycle tracking. This is for women. It's the menstrual cycle tracking. Then you've got your alarm, your settings. Let's get this focus on lock. You've got settings, and then you've got more. Now if we click more, you've got the weather, you've got Alexa, or sorry if I've triggered your guys' Alexa. You've got music, then you've got the countdown, the stopwatch, the pedometer tracker, you've got the world clock and compass, and you've got a remote camera on here. So if you're using a selfie stick, but you don't want to press, but your selfie stick doesn't have a button, well, this watch has a function where you can use it as a button to turn to capture a picture. And then you've got the find phone button, and that's pretty much all for the apps. Now I did say in my first video, the impressions video, that you might be able to download third-party apps. That is not true. You can't download third-party apps on this. Now ending off with the pros, it said on the advertisement that this thing does have an always on display. However, I've still not found the settings after 2 months of using this to find the always on display option. However, it does say I have it, so for some of you guys, you might be able to find it, but I've still not found it through the settings on the watch or from the settings in the app. Okay, now moving on to the cons. Now the cons are going to be pretty controversial depending on who you are. Now, one of my main cons are you can't answer your messages from this. Now, I was using the Samsung Galaxy Fit 2 for a long time. I'll have that video linked up there, a review on that and first impressions. I was using that for the longest period of time, and I was able to quick answer messages, see who's calling me, and pick up the call too. But then I'd have to use my phone to actually talk to the person, but I could still answer messages and see who was calling me. Now on this watch, you can see who's calling you and decline the call and send them a message, but you can't send them a message if they've sent you a message separately. So say for example, my co-presenters are here, sent me a message. I can't send him a message back unless he called me and I dismissed his call to send him a message on why I dismissed his call. It's a bit complicated how it works, but basically if someone calls you and you dismiss the call, you can send them a message saying this is why you couldn't answer the call. However, if someone was to just send you a message, you cannot quick reply that message. So that is one of the main cons for me, because that's something I used quite a lot on my other watch. So that's one of the reasons why I won't be keeping this. And that's one of my main concerns on this. Now, maybe it could be done via a software update. Now, one last thing, which is part of the cons on this, is this thing. Now, I'm not going to say it because it might activate your home devices. It's this thing. This isn't all that good. I wish that I did Bixby or even Google. Google would have been better than this. Now, Bixby, yes, that is also controversial. However, I have used a few Samsung Galaxy watches, and the Bixby on them were a lot better than this thing that begins with an A. So let's actually test it out now. You don't have to say the name to actually activate this. You just swipe to the side and it'll activate automatically. What's the weather like today? So it'll tell you the weather. It can't speak because it doesn't have a speaker on, but it has a microphone for you guys to speak to it. Now it'll tell you everything in text form, and it's also giving me some extra information. And then to ask it again, you can't say the phrase. You have to tap this button here for it. Let's ask it, what is on my to-do list? Okay, so to-do list is empty. Let's see how good the microphone tracking is. So add to my to-do list. Edit a video for Gamers Edition. Let's see what this thing said. Editor video for Gamers Edition. Okay, so it's got the first bit wrong, but the rest of it is not that bad. Now let's try it one more time. Add to to-do list. Edit this video for Gamers Edition. Let's see what's wrong. Edit this video for Gamers Edition. Okay, so the second one was a lot accurate. Now the microphone in this is a bit hit or miss, but it does its job. I did pay £78 for this, so it's still on the budget end of things. If you guys want a better version of what this is, I'd highly recommend you check out this video that I'll have in the top right hand corner. Okay, now it's time for my conclusion on the Amazfit GTS 2 Mini. Now, my conclusion on this watch is, if you're on a budget, but you're a fitness orientated person, well, this watch will be perfect for you. It's got lots of fitness modes, it's got everything you'll need. However, if you're the type of person who's a bit more aimed at social media, and then you're the type of person who wants to like reply to messages from their watch or even answer calls, things above those lines, definitely do not go for this watch. Go for something like the just a cheap example is, well, not cheap example, but a better example than this is the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active. And that's actually what my co-presenter has, so link to his video right there in the corner. So that's actually something he has, and that's pretty good for using to answer messages, because it has the voice text, and you can also draw the letters and text. The answering calls function, obviously you answer the call from the watch and then you pick up your phone. So that is my conclusion on this. If you're fitness orientated and you're on a budget, definitely go for this watch. If you're not on a budget and you're still fitness orientated, well, go for something like a Apple Watch or a Samsung Galaxy Watch Active, or the Active 2, the latest version, or even a Samsung Galaxy Fit 2. I'll have that linked up there. That's what I had before this watch, and that was actually pretty good. Now, the design of that watch is a bit hit or miss, but that watch was actually pretty good software wise, and just as normal usage, even without the fitness stuff, it was a pretty good watch for tracking and everything. Okay, so that's my conclusion on this watch. If you like what we do around here, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.